I'm going to be doing a ham hock and poached egg brekkie with a spinach sauce. It is to die for. First of all, we do need to get the ham hock in because it does take a bit of time to cook. You need a big pot, just like this one, filled with some cold water. And we need to add some flavourings to this water. So I've got a carrot here. I've given it a wash. I'll cut it into 3. That can go in, along with 1 onion that I've cut in half. I've got 3 cloves here, so 3 cloves will be enough to really flavour this water. So in they go, and 2 bay leaves. Also, I've got 1 stalk of celery, and I'll cut the celery in 3, and that can go in. Now for the ham hock. Now this is located in the shin area of the pig. You can see there's a big bone running through it. It's actually quite surprising how much meat you can get off this, but it needs to cook slowly and gently. So I'm going to place it in the cold water, and we're going to turn on the heat. We're just going to bring it up to the boil, turn it down, and just allow it to cook really gently for about 1.5 to 2 hours. The timing will vary depending on how big your ham hock is. Let's get on to our spinach sauce. This is really easy to follow. I've got half an onion in here that I've started to fry off in a little bit of olive oil. You need a few big handfuls of baby spinach, along with a pinch of salt, and then give that a really good mix. Now we can add some cream, so this is going to give it a really nice sauciness. About 100 mils is plenty. And we just want to heat that through, allow it to thicken, and I'll also add my favourite spice to go with spinach. That would have to be some nutmeg, so a good pinch. See how it's coming to the boil now? This will thicken up automatically. We just want to warm it up a little bit. And that is perfect. Heat off, over here to a blender, and while it's still warm, we'll place all of this mixture in. So just scrape the pan. And now I'm going to blitz this until it's formed a rough puree. All right, look at that. How good is that colour? This is just so yummy. Now I'm going to keep this to the side, and we'll just wait for this ham hock to finish cooking before I take the meat off the bone. Now you can see this is cooked down. This is super soft, so we'll just take it out of the liquid. And I can't stress enough, keep this broth. This broth has such an intense flavour. It's got the smokiness from the ham hock. Just freeze it, it'll last a while. Now back to the ham hock. We want to take this skin off here. And you can see the bone, we'll reveal the bone there. And this is where all the meat is. Look at this meat, how soft it is there. This is just so yummy. Now I'm just going to take enough off for 1 portion. Look at that. See how it just comes away? Now that that's done, let's get on to poaching the eggs. I'm just going to move my stock away. I've got a pot of gently simmering water here. Now the tricks to getting the perfect poached egg, first of all, white vinegar. A good amount of white vinegar, about 1.5 tablespoons in there. And you need really fresh eggs. So I've got some lovely free-range eggs here. So I'm going to crack it very gently into a bowl. Take the shell out, we don't want that. Just get yourself a spoon, and we want a whirlpool effect. What this does is helps the egg white encase that yolk there, and that will give us that perfect teardrop effect. So gently lower it in. Now we just monitor that. It's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes. You'll know it's ready when it's completely white. I've always got a little bit of paper towel on standby, because as soon as it's done, it'll come out of the water and we'll just drain it. I'll also heat up a little bit of spinach sauce. The little poached egg has come out of the water, and I'm just checking it to make sure it's cooked. When it's a little bit soft but still bounces back slightly, it's ready. Now, this spinach sauce, see how it's held its beautiful colour? I like a lot of spinach sauce, so we're going to add a good few tablespoons there. Think of this as Eggs Benedict without the hollandaise, a slightly different sauce. It's green eggs, I guess, with ham. And now the egg goes in the centre. And I've just shredded the meat here, and we just put the meat around. You could add some fried mushrooms, would be lovely. Of course, a little bit of toast is all that I'm missing here to make this the perfect Sunday brekkie.